Sometimes you have the weird feeling as if the life that you're living right now doesn't really match with the life that you see in your mind. I used to kind of live like that since I was a teenager. I remember going to school, basically laying down in the window of the car and imagining a life that I wanted to be. I grew up in Brazil, where my native language is Portuguese, so I was always passionate about English, and I remember closing my eyes and imagining me living in a country where everyone would speak English around me. And even though I was young, I knew a way that I could manifest that life. My goal with this video is just tell you that manifesting the life you want can be so simple that doesn't require repeating yourself over and over the same phrase, and also doesn't require you to have this mega spiritual life where you are almost like a saint that doesn't commit any sin, so then you can ask God what you want and what you desire in your heart. I grew up in a religious family, and I carried that thought that if I wasn't on this certain standard with my spiritual life, I couldn't request the universe, God, or maybe angels to act upon my favor or maybe bring things that I was desiring to live in my life. But I think that our connection with spiritual life is so easier than we think, and I don't believe we need to follow step-by-step rules that will bring us into a state where then we can ask and manifest the magic or miracles to happen with our lives. And you might carry those destructive thoughts that kind of says that you're not worthy of the life you want because you're not in a place or position that your spiritual story told you that you should be at. Maybe you think that manifesting that beautiful life requires so many steps that you might not even be close to where to start. Believe me, if I manifested my life with 12 years old without having no prior knowledge about that thing, I surely know that you can do it as well. And what does actually mean manifesting the life you want? I believe that this word manifesting is overly used. I can trade this word by imagining. I feel like we are creators in this life. Everything you touch or see was created by a human mind. And those things started firstly with imagination. So stopping and imagining the most truthful life to yourself is something so easy that everyone can do it. But usually when we start to connect, or maybe, when you're just laying down on your couch, your phone is out of battery, you don't have much what to do, and you're just daydreaming about something really fun and special that you wish that could come towards you. Yeah, that's basically manifest. But with the day-to-day life that we live, that we're never by ourselves, just spending time with our thoughts, we are always being distracted by videos. We kind of changing the manifesting by imagining with comparing. Instead of just sitting and drawing the life that you could live with yourself, you're just scrolling videos on your phone where people are living lives that you wish you could do the same. So you basically compare your reality with that person's reality, and you just get mad at yourself. And you can even think about, how come my reality is so boring? How come I'm not deserving of doing the same thing that I'm seeing on this Instagram video? And you know what happened whenever you're just fitting too much into those thoughts? You build brick by brick a wall of a belief telling you that you cannot picture or imagine the life that you wish. So I'm gonna give you really easy steps where you can come back and imagine that life, that beautiful life that you see yourself in. And doing that is just simple as getting pen and paper. When was the last time that you draw something? That you just got pen and paper and draw whatever came into your mind? If you want something really basic on how you can start manifesting, it's just by drawing. Drawing is so simple and it's so beautiful, because whenever you are in a state where you gotta use your hand to make something physical and tangible, you stop for that moment and you're just with your thoughts, thinking, processing, creating. And when you get that creation going to paper and putting to a physical place, this is just magic, because you're just transforming that thing that you have inside into something that is physical, you can see, and not only see, you can share with others and basically dream together. That's how I was manifesting at my 12-year-old. Every time I had a certain life that I wanted for myself, I used to have pen and paper, crayons, and just draw everything that came into my mind. not only drawing, but also making arrows, pointers, notes, and kind of just projecting what I wanted. Even the apartment that I live right now, I remember when I was sharing a room with roommates and my partner that we really wanted to have our place. And whenever we sat together and had those conversations, I always brought into more thought and intense. I always loved making my imagination into something more tangible. I loved making lists and kind of writing bullet points of things that were crucial to me. And I'm not gonna lie, universe is so magic that most of the things that I put on pen and paper materialize itself. And one of the keys of manifesting is having in your heart the same feeling that you would feel as if you're living that reality. So whenever I see my drawing, those drafts, that I'm not a good drawer, okay? Don't think like I'm a professional drawer that I can see exactly what I want on paper. It's just like scribbles and squares and geometric forms. But in my heart, I could connect with the feeling that I would be in that circumstance. And my next tip for you is this website called Future Me. This is a website where you can write emails and schedule for the future. So you can write an email today and schedule for 1 year ahead, 5 years ahead. What I love about this website is that that was another form that I love to manifest the life I wanted. And the way that I like using it was basically writing to myself what I was wearing, where I was, who I was with, how was my life at the moment, and what was the next step or thing that I wish the person in the future that is reading the letter could be doing it. And because I knew that this letter would arrive to my future self, I would feel how my future self was, as if I'm in that moment living that special thing. So doing this exercise of writing a letter for your future self is something so magic. That works also the same with the pen and paper thing. In conclusion, to manifest the life you want, maybe a new relationship, or maybe a new job, a new opportunity in life, more money, or a different circumstance, you just need to basically stop with yourself, imagine that life, bring it to the paper with a pen, or maybe in a digital form, so simple as writing an email to your future self. Remember, the universe is almost like a big scanner. It's always scanning you to see where you are and what you wanted. So if you are vibrating into the energy and the emotion of that version that you see yourself at, the universe will understand what you want and bring exactly what you're asking for. But if you're too confused, just scrolling videos, seeing people having a better life than you, comparing yourself and just thinking that your life is horrible, you're never gonna get to that place, the universe is gonna scan that as well. That's why it's important to know what you want. You are a creator in this life, and you are creating either you want it or not. Even when you decide not to create, you might be doing something that is also creating the life you want. Every little decision you do every day in your life is bringing you towards some sort of a future, so why not be in the driver's seat and draw the map yourself? Well, I hope this video was helpful, so don't forget to manifest the life you want. Even if you're just talking out loud to yourself, this is already enough to tell the universe the message. If you like, please subscribe in the channel, and I hope to see you in the next video.